One of the things that got me back into playing Minecraft again was the mods, and I decided to sit down and create a little mod pack for myself and then record videos of me playing it, and here we are now. So, the mods, there's tons and tons of community made mods out there for you to pick from, and I have settled on a handful of them, and this video will be covering those mods that I've settled on and I choose to play with. The only mods that I will not be going over in this video are anything related to the create mod, since I have quite a few videos covering those more in depth and gameplay videos of those on my channel, and if you want to see those, go check them out after this video. But this video will be covering all of the other mods that I use along with the create mod to create my mod pack and have my personalized little world that I have. So starting with the shaders, since it's not really a mod, but it's kind of cool. The shaders in the background you see right now are complementary shaders, and I don't use them very often unless I'm recording footage to have a voiceover with, because they do take a lot of system resources, and I would like to have the smoothest gameplay possible on my videos. And yeah, that's the shaders that I use. Now, here's a list of all of the mods that I use that have no impact on the gameplay and add no content to the game. They just help with the performance and API and stuff like that inside the game. But with that out of the way, here we go, getting into the mods that I use that add gameplay and content features to the game of Minecraft. Just a disclaimer, all of these mods are the fabric version of the mod. I'm gonna try to put all the links to every mod in the description, and maybe if I can figure it out, I'll try to release my mod pack publicly. But enjoy the video. First mod on our list is the Better End mod, and this is a mod that completely changes how the end works. As you can see, we have different types of biomes in the outer end island. The dragon fight is different. There's just a whole ton of new different blocks and different features that this mod adds that really add personality to the void that is the end in vanilla Minecraft. Now, going along with Better Dimensions, we have the Better Nether mod, and this one adds more biomes like the Better End one did, and a bunch of new mobs, just more personality to the Nether, and also these cool cities that you can find throughout the Nether that have really good loot in them. Just adds to the exploration aspect of the End and the Nether. Both these mods do. They're pretty big in terms of the world generation, and I think they're pretty neat. Now we get into one of the first mods that I just used to make the game a little bit more enjoyable when playing for the long term. The Building Wands mod helps me place a lot of blocks all at once like this, and you can also switch the mode to where it faces upward, so I can place like that, and it just raised up the ground by one block. But overall, this one, pretty good. It helps speed up a lot of building, and yeah, I really like it. The diagonal fences is one I've gotten questions about in the past, and all it is just add connections between fences when they're diagonal like this. There's nothing too fancy here. That's just pretty much all it is. Expanded storage is very helpful for having a lot of items in one single chest location. I have a few of these in my world, and they help with organization of a lot of items that just all need to be in one place, since I don't really have a storage system set up in the world yet. The fabric Waystones is extremely helpful for fast travel, as you can teleport between two places in your world almost instantly, only using one experience level to go between each one. I don't know if the longer distance require more, but for now, these Waystones are very helpful. Farmer's Delight is a mod that greatly expands upon the cooking and farming aspect of Minecraft, and it adds a bunch of new plants and vegetables and fruits and tools, just a bunch of new things that have to do with cooking. Put pots and stuff, you get achievements. I just think it adds a lot of depth to the food aspect of Minecraft, which seems pretty shallow in the vanilla game. And then there's an add-on called Farmer's Knives that I added that also expands on the cooking, and you can cut items up, but that's just pretty much an add-on to Farmer's Delight. FTB Chunks allows you to add waypoints. It also allows you to claim chunks on the map, on the mini-map, and whenever you claim those chunks, at the bottom of your screen, you see how it says Wilderness, and when we enter our chunks, it says my name. When I get this world running with multiplayer, you'll be able to claim your chunks so that people know where your area is. FTB Teams is just a mod that I added that can help people progress together. It adds for team interactions and team claiming of certain chunks on the map. Now, FTB Ultimine is one of the most helpful mods that I have installed. If you hold and then you break something, all of the blocks of the certain type will be broken, like a vein miner, if you're familiar with that, like that. And if we just, let's say we dig down a little bit and we hold this down, all the dirt and all the stone gets broken, like this, like this, like this. It works in survival and creative, but it just helps with clearing out land a little bit faster, just like the Building Wands mod adds a little bit more speed to building and the world transformation in my mod pack. REI, or roughly enough items, is this whole menu right here, and it helps you see recipes and it just the search bar and all of that. And I think most mods today have this in there just so you can see and search for the vast amount of items that are in the mod pack. Now we get to Terralith, which is one of my favorite exploration mods that I have ever seen, and I just had to add it to this. Terralith is a mod that adds new biomes and new generation to the vanilla world using the vanilla block. Like you see this mountain right here, this is not something you would find in vanilla Minecraft with the calcite, diorite, and then we come over here and we get this sort of mountain with terracotta all in it, and then it comes down here next to this biome, and it just continues to go that way. I think that it adds a large amount of exploration features that you just cannot normally get with vanilla Minecraft generation. It's one of my favorite mods I've added to this pack, and it's been really helpful in terms of the andesite problem that I have in my create world. So next we have Tom's Simple Storage mod, and this is a relatively simple storage mod that allows you to connect your chests and things together. As you can see, when we place this panel onto this inventory connector, we can access everything that's in this chest. And then the more chests that we connect to this block, the more items we can see. It helps a lot with organization, and we have yet to set it up in the survival world, but we're getting there. WTH IT. What the hell is that? Is the thing that you see at the top of the screen that tells you what block I'm currently looking at. See, grass block, white terracotta, and it also tells you the mod, or in Minecraft's case, it tells you it's from Minecraft. So Minecraft, and then we come back up to the Tom's Simple Storage mod stuff. We have Minecraft, and then you see how it says the mod underneath in blue. Very helpful for figuring out which blocks are from where. The mini-map and the world map are pretty self-explanatory. There's the mini-map over in the corner, and here's the world map. It just helps gauge how big the world is and where I have explored. All Stackable was almost not included on this list because it's mainly a feature mod, but it allows me to stack certain items that shouldn't normally be stacked in vanilla Minecraft. And all we have to do is type out a command like this, where it sets the Minecraft cake to be able to stack in 64 stacks. So if we take that, and then you see cakes can stack, and if we go to pull out a steak, we get a stack of 64 cakes. The next mod is Apple Skin, and this one helps with eating and saturation, and it shows you the yellow saturation bars down in the corner. Well, not in the corner, but above my hotbar. And if I get hungry enough out here and I eat, you see the flashing yellow tells me how much saturation the food I'm eating is about to give me. Very helpful for figuring out how much saturation different foods have. Clumps is a pretty recent mod that I installed, and it lumps experience together so that there's not a bunch of balls flying around everywhere. And when you go to pick it up, it all just instantly goes into you, and you don't have to worry about those stupid experience balls flying around you and getting all up in your face. Continuity is more of a resource pack, but I put it in the mods category because I didn't really have enough resource packs to make one. But what it does is it adds continuity between blocks like glass, so there's no line in between, bookshelves, so there's no line to side, you see how the books connect, and it just adds more in-depth glass, which is the main reason that I use it. I mainly use it for the glass, but it also does bookshelves and bricks and other blocks like that. There it is, dark loading screen. That's pretty much all it is. It just adds a dark loading screen to the game. The DeepslateCutting mod is something that I feel like should be in regular Minecraft, and maybe not with all of these variants, but just the ability to take deep slate and cut it into what you want straight from this form. Now, I do enjoy all of the different variants that it has in here, like the pillar and other things that it offers. I just really do enjoy the deep slate blocks, that's why I added it. Expanded Delight adds a large amount of food to the game. Expanding on Farmer's Delight, it further adding food that you can set up factories with, craft, set up little farms, and make the game entirely more relaxing in my opinion. The Falling Leaves mod adds these little particles of leaves that you see just falling down, and when we break the tree, see all the leaves just fall like that, and it just makes the game feel a little bit more realistic when you're cutting down a tree. The Falling Trees mod adds the ability to cut down trees with one motion of an axe. It's kind of redundant because I do have Vein Miner, but I think I added it before I added Vein Miner, so oh well. The Freecam mod is just one that I use when recording videos and getting thumbnails. I don't really use it to go under the ground and search for things. I use it just to display what I've been working on to you guys and to help me get those thumbnails. The Inmis mod and Inmis add-on add backpacks to the game, and you can put these backpacks on in the back slot. That is not the back slot, the back slot. And when you press B, the backpack is opened. The Inmis add-on adds the visual effect that you see here for the backpack, because without it, it's just a flat texture on your back. But these backpacks really help with an extra inventory without making it too overpowered. And they're relatively new, but I really had to add them because the inventory is way too small for modded Minecraft. Speaking of the inventory sorting mod allows us to sort all of the items, not mods, all the items in our inventory with the click of a button so that we can have a more organized and easy to look at inventory. It also works with chests and other blocks and entities that have GUI inventories. The mod menu just adds a mod menu here so I can tweak certain mods in-game without having to go into the config files and mess with all of them there. The mouse tweaks add-on just adds certain keybinds to your mouse scroll wheel to where I can scroll like this and put blocks in and take them out of the inventories without having to click. It just adds some time saving. It's not much, it's not too big of a deal. The Origins mod is one I added specifically for when I set this up for a multiplayer world. I didn't use it when I created my survival create world, but it allows you to create different like little classes. There's different descriptions, you get abilities and stuff. I just picked the basic human because I wanted the vanilla human Minecraft person, whatever they're called, experience. You have different levels of difficulty or impact on your gameplay. Like this one scares creepers away, and there's some things you never take fall damage, but you have one less heart or something. Like there's certain takeaways. You know, this one you have teleporting, but you're vulnerable to water. You can teleport wherever you want. You know, you receive some damage when you're in water. It just adds some little classes so that when I make this a server or multiplayer world, you guys can choose them, and it'll just be a little bit more interactive in terms of beginning of the game and just throughout the entire game, actually. I'm going to clump the next three into a little group, but we have REI loot tables, REI professions, and REI resources, and they all just add stuff to this menu where if you were to search let's see, we'll start with loot tables. We search a cow, and then the cow tells us this is what we can get from a cow. And the professions adds us the ability to see which block is needed to have which villager have which job, so that we don't have to get to a third-party external source to see which villager has each block for each job. Actually, this is the loot tables mod that adds it tells you where you can find the items and which is another chest bridge, right? And the first one was the resources where we saw what was in the cow. Loot tables adds the ability to see which chests contain what items and what possibility of items they can contain, like abandoned mineshaft can contain all of these, shipwreck. I think you get the idea. The Towns and Towers mod adds a bunch of new structures based on the vanilla structures. Like there's no mushroom biome village in vanilla, but here we have a naturally generated mushroom biome village with villagers and cool houses that generated looks like a central mushroom. And there's even a tower over there that is from the mod, but this one just adds more structures to explore and to conquer. The Trinkets mod is one I've added very recently, and it is very helpful for me with the ability to put the goggles and the helmet on in the same slot, and the backpack and the chest plate, and I'm not sure what that's for, but we'll figure it out eventually. It just adds more armor slots so that we can wear multiple things in one slot, I guess. As we get to the end of the list, we have two left, and the first one is Grave Danger, which is a mod that allows you to have a grave when you die. And if you go over to that grave, you can click on it and all of your items go back into the slots that they were in, and all of your gear goes back to where it was when you died. Very handy for, you know, dying in lava so that your stuff doesn't go flying everywhere. The last mod is the Zoomify mod, which I press C and I can zoom in. Fairly simple, nothing too complicated going on. But that is the end of our list, and with that, I think the video is done. So I hope you enjoyed my little mod showcase here. I'm gonna try to set it up as a pack you can download. I have to do a bunch of research into how to do it. And thank you all for joining the Discord server, those that did. I think there's 11 of us in there right now, but the link will be in the description again, so go join. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.